everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Macklin's Chiefs going up against Beckham's Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down. Offensively, the starters for the New York Giants, and one guy that's definitely hoping to stay on the field more this year, Victor Cruz.
And they would love to have him on the field. Just 6 games played over the last 2 seasons, starting with that horrific knee injury. And then when he came back last year, had a calf injury that sidelined him for most of the season. He's trying to get back in form, and the Giants would love to see that.
Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Manning now to throw. He's got Cruz complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
Throwing now is Manning. They go screen play with Jennings. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Now Manning. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. This is taken at the 18, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here we go with Jamal Charles. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a 1st down. Run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught. Kelsey, left side. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A first down carry here for Charles. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Charles, for the Giants defense here, looking forward to next season, what do they need to improve and where are they solid?
I think that they'll want to continue to get better at the linebacker position. I think they want to add another pass rusher because Olivier Vernon, who was a free agent pickup in 2016, did a tremendous job coming off the edge. I thought they really shored up their interior with Damon Harrison, a defensive tackle. Landon Collins played at an MVP level on the defensive side of the ball at safety, and Janoris Jenkins became an eraser out on the corner.
Smith going to turn and give him to Charles. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Charles. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll try the air now with Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. They run it. It's Charles. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And now it's 2nd and goal. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Well, they held them out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Smith keeps it on the sneak. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They snap it to Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demetrius Harris there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
If they get the young quarterback going and that defense continues to live up to expectations, they can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Fresh set of downs here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. To throw, it's Manning. And incomplete. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
Manning. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a play fake here. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And Incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he comes back with one complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. Here's Beckham. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. 3 yards remaining here on second down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, here's Smith. Conley's got it over the middle. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
10th carry now for Jamal Charles. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, it's Charles. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out of here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Throwing is Smith. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff. This is Charles. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, here's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. And a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And he's hit and taken down. Eli's sacked. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Manning, and that's complete to Lewis. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. That's it.
Manning the throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And there was a good opportunity to just went a ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And this is caught. He hits Macklin. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, Smith. He's got the hook up with Conley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the I. As they've done all day, they run with Charles. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down.